You ready?
Yeah.
I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about 4:30 or 5 this morning because one of my machines was offline.
Which one?
Of course, it can't be the ones that I want it to be. It was the one at the healthcare facility.
Did you have to go to it?
I did. I got up early. I went all the way out there to basically unplug it and plug it back in.
You should have called tech support.
Yeah, I know. So I got up, took a shower, just been sitting here watching TV, waiting to discuss TV shows with you.
I see you were watching the Burrows.
I was watching the Burrows. It was, I'm not very far in it. I'm almost done with the first episode.
And that's all I've seen is the first episode.
What'd you think of the first episode?
I like it. I just haven't gone back to it.
Is that the guy from Spider-Man? Plays Doc Ock?
Yeah. Alfred Molina or whatever his last name is. He's also from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. This should probably be a pretty good show. I don't know. Everybody says it's good.
It's like Stranger Things, but for old people.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I'm old.
Yeah. No, I'm good with it. I haven't not watched it on purpose. I just, between that and Cape Fear and...
Well, let's discuss a little bit of Cape Fear because I got some things to say about it.
Well, hold on. So I've only watched the first episode twice.
Why'd you watch it twice?
Because I watched it and then I started it with Caitlin and I didn't expect her to be into it, but she started watching it. And then before I could start the second episode, she's like, I'm going to sleep now. Turn this off. So today we were going to watch it last night. But we ended up going to the movies.
Yeah.
Because we went and saw
Disclosure Day. We'll discuss that too.
Did you go see He-Man?
No.
You failed in your mission.
I know. I've been too busy.
You've been too busy partying.
I guess if you can call sitting at the pool partying.
I mean, when I walked in, you said, I partied too hard last night.
Yeah, I guess that was basically what I meant is I sat out at the pool. Actually, you know what I did learn? Like, I've never sat on a float before in a pool. Have you?
I find it boring, but I have.
I mean, it was pretty nice sitting there with a beer just floating around.
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
I'm not a big pool person.
I'm not really either, but
you have a pool.
Well, I didn't really so much get it for me.
I'm more of a lazy river kind of guy.
That's basically what I did yesterday, and it was pretty nice. But next thing you know, you've had about 17,000 beers.
And you're floating around.
So then you have to get up real early because there's an emergency.
Well, Caitlin discovered last night at the Regal 27, the Hollywood 27, that they'll make you a bucket of alcohol.
I will not go to Regal 27. You can get stabbed there.
You can get stabbed anywhere.
I mean, but that one's pretty ghetto.
It's been fun. Oliver and I went there and saw He-Man last weekend, and it's been fun.
And we'll talk about all those things.
All right, let's go back to Cape Fear.
Well, let me preface it with this, and you're going to think this is bad, but I never saw the original movie.
Well, that was what I was going to ask you, because there's the really old one. There's the one with De Niro and Nick Nolte, and then there's the show.
Yeah. That was like in the early 90s, wasn't it?
Yes, the one with De Niro and Nick Nolte is like, I remember, I think I watched it at Jerry's house, and I don't know what it was about it, but it didn't make me happy.
You were probably young, and I was way too young.
I was way too young to watch it.
Well, the thing is I thought it was, I have no idea what it was about going into it. So what you've seen in the first episode, is it follow the movie?
Gender were flipped. Like Amy Adams' character is actually Nick Nolte in the movie.
Oh, really?
Other than that, so far, fine. He got out of prison and he's fucking with people.
Well, the thing is I'm 3 episodes they've released. I'm watching it in real time. So as they release them, I've been watching them. I think it's 3 or 4 episodes in. And it's like, I don't know that guy's fucking with him yet.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
But I will say that, like, I can't do Amy Adams' awful Southern accent.
It's funny because when I was getting tattooed last Sunday, Ryan and I talked about it, and that was the one thing we talked about. It's like we can't. It's a really bad accent.
Yeah, I know,
and it doesn't match her.
Why doesn't she just talk normal in it?
I don't know. Why does she have to sound like the most Southern person in the world? I get it, it's Savannah, Georgia, but
well, her husband doesn't have an accent.
It's like he's not able to do the accent, so it comes out every now and then, like he's trying real hard.
The kids don't have accents.
I know. I get it.
I just can't do it. I can't get behind this. It's distracting me from enjoying the show. The only thing that's keeping me watching is that guy's kind of badass.
Not Benicio del Toro. Javier.
Yeah, whatever his name is. He's pretty awesome.
Bardem.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong. It'll just annoy me that her accent sucks. And Amy Adams is a good actor.
Yeah, she's she's great. It just doesn't work.
I don't know. I don't get it. So last night I watched Maternal Instinct because you told me that you watched it.
Yeah.
And it was the worst fucking thing ever.
Why does this shit keep happening?
What do you mean that I have to, like, I'm just saying that the show was just dumb. It's like, that was an awful documentary.
Yes, but the story, like, why do these kind of stories keep happening?
And these stories are probably happening like all the time. And it's just like, you just have this one where there's enough footage to make a documentary about it. But this girl, for the listeners, so this girl is crazy, I guess. How long is she dating that old Wade?
I don't know, but old Wade's an idiot. At least a year, because they were together and then she was pregnant.
So the show starts off with her getting pulled over, I guess because she's speeding, to go to the hospital, and she had a baby while she was driving.
Yes.
At least that's what we saw.
But she had no uterus.
She has, well, so the storyline goes on, and she's with this guy. So it was one of those where they're trying to do the end and the beginning or whatever. So anyway, she meets this guy, Wade. She's a little cray, but not
Whole Wade's a little dumb.
Was it that she said she had like a $4 million?
Something like that. She's like, she stood to inherit a bunch of oil money.
No, $4 million was how much the ranch was going to be that they were going to buy. She had like $200 million or something.
Something obscene.
Buying cars and buying all this stuff. And Wade's just like, I didn't think nothing of it. What's wrong with you, Wade?
I was like, I looked at Kayla. I was like, look at them riding around this $20,000 side by side.
So then she quote unquote gets pregnant. And so she's saying that she's pregnant, but then it's showing like her old friends know that she had a hysterectomy after she had the first two kids that she didn't want, is what they said.
Well, all right, here's what gets me. She put on Facebook that she was pregnant. And I get that, like they said, that she thought she had moved far enough away from her old life to where nobody would know that she was doing the shit.
Yeah, but she's on Facebook.
But she is still, quote, pregnant when her friends on Facebook are like, hey, look, I know why didn't they call old Wade? Why didn't they message old Wade on Facebook and be like, hey, man, just so you know, she can't be pregnant. I get the HIPAA law thing on the doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to know for them or for him. Well, yeah, even the doctors were acting like they wanted to say something, but they couldn't.
At the end, the sister of the girl that got murdered, she was like, I want to get married, but I'm afraid to get a photographer. And I accidentally laughed like out loud. And Caitlin goes, you're terrible. I was like, no, I'm not laughing that her sister got murdered by her photographer. It's just the way that she said it. Like, I don't trust photographers anymore.
So I watched like 45 minutes of it down here. And then I went outside and laid around in the pool. And then after I had a few, I went back in the house and I told Nikki, I was like, oh yeah, I got to finish watching this dumb show so I can talk about it with Joseph tomorrow. And so we finished watching it. I don't even remember what ended up happening to her. Is she in jail or was she dead?
I think she's in jail. She got life or something like. Oh no, she's on death row.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's the youngest person on death row.
Why? I mean, what's she on death row for? Just for? Oh, that's right. She killed the girl.
She killed her and cut her baby out.
Yeah. I guess I missed that part.
I feel like, well, what's funny is I actually fell asleep through the murder. I was awake before the murder and after the murder.
Well, hell, I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. I need to go back and watch like the last 10 minutes of it.
And Caitlin goes, "You fell asleep through the worst part." And I was like, well, I remember this story. I remember reading about this. So like, I knew what was going to happen. As soon as she like was a photographer at this girl's wedding when she was pregnant, I was like, yeah, this is the one that kills that girl and cuts her baby out.
That's true. I think I remember that now. Yeah, that's awful.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, though, is I had to sit through an hour and 45 minutes to get to that.
And she did it in Texas.
Listen to it all. Yeah, you don't do that kind of shit in Texas. They're pretty hardcore with their.
She's on death row.
I know.
If she did it in California, she'd already be out of jail.
That's probably true. But it's bad because, like, well, it's bad anyway. It's just awful. But how did that girl think that she was going to get away with any of that?
I don't know.
I think that they're just crazy.
I think when the doctor came out, he's like, she hadn't had a baby.
Yeah, no, she hadn't had a baby. Just even in the beginning, the cops like, yeah, she's just had a baby. The umbilical cord's still attached. I'm like, nah.
To the baby.
Yeah, maybe to the baby.
Not to her.
Not to her. That's gross.
And where's the baby?
I don't know.
I think that's something we didn't get closure on is where's the baby?
Do you think it survived all that?
I imagine it's going to grow up real fucked up.
I guess if it finds out what happened to it.
There's a documentary on it now.
But yeah.
In 20 years, he's going to be watching this and he's like, I think that's me.
All these shows, like Netflix always has these kind of documentaries and it's like, I keep watching it.
I know. And there's like 3 more that came out this year that I haven't watched yet.
What's another one?
I don't know. We were scrolling through and I was going to start one last night after when we got home from the movies, but she ended up falling asleep. So I was like, oh, wait, that's something we can agree to watch on is dumb murder documentaries.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. I need to watch it. But another Netflix documentary that I watched earlier this week was the Michael Jackson one.
I was going to start that one, like the 3-part.
Yeah. He raped those kids.
We laugh at it's terrible.
It is terrible, but it's just like there's the debate of whether he did it and whether he didn't do it. Look, you don't sleep in beds with kids.
No.
You don't do that.
I don't even want to sleep in beds with adults.
I know. And it's like, so, and when you see it, when you watch the documentary, you'll see it. But I remember all of this stuff playing out like when we were younger.
I know.
And it's like when he got accused of it and all this kind of stuff. But then that guy made the documentary and that's what screwed him because he was sitting next to the kid and he was like, oh, yeah, we share the bed. Oh, we share the bed. And everybody's like, what the fuck? He was like, did he just say he shared the bed?
Well, they cut all that stuff out of the movie.
The new movie that's out?
Yeah, they recorded a whole bunch of stuff that involved all this apparently. But the estate like made them cut it out.
Yeah, because they didn't want him to look bad.
There's a lot of stuff that's been cut out. Like the Finding Neverland show on HBO's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you can't watch that. And so Oliver and Sam, as innocent as they are, they don't know any of this. So they went to see the movie. And Oliver's been walking around singing Michael Jackson, which I support because it's good music.
Yeah.
And they're like, Michael Jackson's the best ever. I was like, no, boys.
Here, let me educate you.
So I educated Sam.
But this is what's awful about it. And when you watch this documentary, like it's showing the trial and all that stuff, and all these people are out there, leave him alone. You know, they're like protesting and all
this because
stuff.
He makes some good music.
And I said, and I told Nikki this. I said, 2 things can be true. One, he can be the best artist of all time, which he is. He maybe not for me personally, but he's deemed the king of pop, the best artist of all time. And he is a child molester.
Yes.
Both of those things can be true.
I don't see why they can't be true.
Now, it sucks because us as a music consumers are stuck in the situation where you're like, man, I love this song, but this guy is a child molester. You know, it's like, it sucks.
Like Billie Jean wasn't his lover.
But in that, like, it had the kid was saying, hey, in Michael Jackson's room, he has this briefcase and there's this and there's that and there's porn here and this and that. And they go into the room and they find all of the things that the kid said was in there. So why wouldn't the viewer not think that what he was accused of is true?
Where is this kid today?
He's probably hiding out. He's an adult now.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he was 16 years old, and this trial and stuff happened in 2004-ish, 5-ish, is when the original thing back then was in like 1994, 95. Remember when he got on the TV and he's wearing that red shirt and he's like, and they touched my penis. It's like he said all the things and then it went away for a little while. And then that's when him and
money makes things disappear.
Yes. And yes, exactly. Because they paid off the family. But then you remember in that time period too, is like when he had that song with Janet Jackson, it's like, stop messing with me.
Yeah.
Scream. Makes me wanna scream. You know, that song. And so there was that era. Just leave me alone. You know, all those songs. And then he gets in
the anthology era.
Yeah. And oh yeah, exactly. And then he got married to what's her name? Presley's daughter. And so like all that stuff just kind of went away. And then it came back up in the early 2000s. And that's when the trial and all that stuff was.
And now his daughter's out there doing music.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize that was his daughter.
I think she's pretty good because I went to a show. I think it was when I saw Incubus that she opened for him, and she was pretty good. So
if she's really his daughter,
I don't know. I don't remember which one of his kids are actually his, but it's very disappointing though because Michael Jackson was awesome, but that's the problem with a lot of these celebrities and a lot of these people where you have everything you could ever want.
But it's not enough.
But it's not enough because you don't
get that rush anymore. Everything's too easy.
You're trying to fill that void with something. It's just like, it is true. Now, of course, I would like to experience this, but they say that money doesn't buy you happiness. I would like to at least try for myself to see. But
don't start molesting kids.
Yeah, and well, no, it's like I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine anybody doing those kind of things. And he's on there like, oh, sweet. We just, we share some hot milk. Like, what are you talking about, MJ? Well, you're not sharing hot milk with me.
I don't.
But so anyway, I watched that. You should watch that.
I mean, I assume that kid those kids or whatever have been paid off with NDAs, and that's why you don't hear from them.
Yes, they've been paid off with NDAs. But think of all the children that probably have been paid off as well.
Yes.
Not the children. It's their damn families. What does that say about these kids' parents? It's like, oh, we let our kid get molested so we could get this buyout.
I guess.
Why would you let your kid go spend the night with Michael Jackson when you already knew all these?
First of all,
it's like you already knew all these things were happening.
I don't know So like, I guess the parents are threatened with just going completely bankrupt on trying to pay for lawyers to do all this. And the pressure just gets to them. So they just collapse and sign NDAs and take the money. I guess I can't imagine any way that I would be like, yeah, sorry, Sam, but they gave me $5 million,
millions and millions of dollars. That's what he's spending his money on. When you have all the money in the world and you got this weird fetish or, the normal things are not enough. And you start doing that kind of stuff. It's really weird and demented.
It is not okay.
No, it's not okay. I don't know. You should watch it though.
I will.
But I hear that like the movie in the theater is like the awesome part of Michael Jackson.
It is.
And then this was like that's why it was released at the same time.
But like from what I read was they did film like like stuff for the trial and the accusations and everything. But you had to have the sign off of the family to actually do it.
They ain't going to sign off on that.
And they didn't want to sign off on it.
Yeah. I don't know. It just left me feeling uneasy and disappointed.
But I haven't watched the movie yet either.
I haven't watched it either.
I mean, all those movies, the Bohemian Rhapsody, all those movies about all the bands and the Elton John movie and all that kind of stuff. They're all the same now.
I don't watch any of that.
Like the Johnny Cash one is the best one. It's the only one that I'll really care to watch.
I'm probably not even going to really watch any of that stuff. I always think about when I see it come out, I'm like, I need to watch that, but I don't really want to watch that because I want these people to remain in my head as I see them.
So Walk the Line was a good movie.
I never even saw that one.
No, that was a good movie. Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon did a great job.
What about He-Man? So I didn't see that. And so tell your story because I've never even heard of going to see a movie in 4D. It's 4D or 5D?
It's 4DX. So I don't even like 3D movies.
I don't either. I've seen one 3D movie accidentally because I bought the tickets accidentally.
Me too. It was
And
accident.
it's like, this sucks. I don't like this.
No, I've seen two. I saw the original Avatar in 3D because I felt like I was required because it was made to be watched in 3D, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Because I had my glasses on, so I had to wear my glasses over the glasses. And then I think when Avengers Infinity War came out, I accidentally bought 3D tickets to that. But fortunately, when we went to see He-Man, it was not 3D, but it was 4DX. So I didn't have to wear the glasses. But, you know, Oliver, Caitlin, and I were having lunch, and I was like, I really want to go see Masters of the Universe. And Caitlin's like, I really just want to go home. So Oliver and I were like,
she probably made the better decision.
Well, she was like, why don't you and Oliver go see it? And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm looking at it. And I was like, Oliver, I don't want to see this in 3D. And I was like, what is 4DX? So I Googled it. I was like, that sounds terrible. And Oliver's like, I'd really like to try that. All right, fine. I bought the ticket. So they're $5 more for the tickets. And their seats are all in like clusters of 4.
Okay.
And they move side to side.
So how many seats are in this theater? Is it as big as
it's a normal theater?
And the seats do they look different?
Yeah. They don't recline. You're already out.
That sucks.
You're already out.
No, it'd probably be better so I don't fall asleep.
But they have like fans and stuff up in the ceiling that like whenever it's windy on the screen, it like blows the fans and
like just for the whole group or at your chair?
Well, there's fans up along the wall. And apparently if there's like a misty scene in the movie, it'll mist out the theater. There was no misty scene, so that didn't happen. And then there's a little button that I sent you a picture of to turn the water on and off.
Yeah.
So there's like little air things that puff at you from behind. It's kind of like whenever you go to the eye doctor and they like,
yeah,
but it comes at you from like, there's like one on each side of your head. So He-Man, there's blasters. So it's like pew, pew, pew. And it's like, pss, 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 like puffing on the back of my head. And then like my question to Oliver while we were waiting for it to start was, if I turn my water off, because I was imagining the water came from like rain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I turn my water off and you leave yours on since you're right next to me, won't I still get wet? Well, I found the answer. The answer is the water comes from the seat in front of you.
Oh, really?
So it just sprays you in the face. But the whole time, so during the movie, it wasn't terrible.
How are you going to watch like a love story movie, like a romance movie in that?
I don't think they put those kind of movies.
You're probably right. It's probably more for like the Marvel movies and all that.
But so the worst part is the previews, because these seats and everything are active during the previews. And previews are all action.
Yeah, it's like the most action-packed part of the movie.
I mean, it's constantly moving. I'm being thrown around. And as soon as it started, because we rode my motorcycle there, so my helmet was in the seat next to me, because I was on the end of the cluster. There was another cluster of 4. I was like, well, nobody bought these seats, so they probably won't turn on. They'll probably just turn on the seats where people. No, that's not true. All the seats move. There's only 8 of us in this theater, and every seat moved.
Does it make a bunch of racket?
The most annoying part is the pss behind your head. Other than that, not really. So I had my motorcycle helmets in the seats next to me. And the previews start, and I just goes, and I watch my very expensive helmet start to slide forward. So I grab it, and I'm like, it's like doing this kind of shit. And I'm holding my helmet, and I'm trying to get it to the floor behind me. And Oliver's like, what are you doing? And I was like, shut up. It's like throwing me around. And I finally get our helmets back there, and I look at it, and I was like, I didn't expect that seat to turn on. He's like, well, that was dumb. I was like, thanks, Oliver. So the previews are just insane. It's just constant. And I looked at Oliver and it was over like, I don't know if I can do 2.5 hours like this. Like, I don't know if I have it in me.
I mean, you're definitely ain't eating nachos in that scenario.
No.
Popcorn.
No.
Did they tell you not to do it?
No, they didn't. There's no warnings. There's no information. They scanned the little QR code on my phone and then sent me on my way. And so I get there, and during the movie, it wasn't too bad because it's not constantly moving. It's like when you're on one of their little planes flying around, it like kind of soars around, and that's okay. But during a battle, it's like, and I'm like falling out of my chair, and I sit up, and Oliver came back. Are you okay? Yes, son, I'm okay. I'm just fat.
He thinks you're old.
And you can't recline, and God forbid you have to get up and go pee.
Do they seatbelt your ass into?
No.
Does it move around enough to they probably should?
It moved around enough to where I kept almost falling out of the chair.
Well, I don't even know if I'm going to see that movie in the theater, but I definitely am not going to do that.
You should go see it in the theater. It was an enjoyable movie.
I remember when I was younger, or when we were younger, we went to Gatlinburg or something, and Ripley's Believe It or Not, this is back in the early 90s, had that roller coaster ride. That was pretty cool.
Same concept.
But I bet it's all like better technology now.
You know what the most disappointing thing is? And I told this to Caitlin when we were there last night. You know how Regal has the little roller coaster that starts every movie with?
Oh, yeah.
And then like the popcorn pops, you drop. The seats weren't on for that.
Well, you would think that
would be like the thing.
To introduce you to the 4D experience.
Well, I'll never do the 4D experience again. Oliver agrees with me. We're glad that we did it.
Yeah.
No, we're not. I'm not.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I would probably be like, no, I need to change my ticket.
So Caitlin and I went and saw Disclosure Day last night, and we got our popcorn and stuff. And we went and sat down, and we passed the bar on the way to the theater. And so she like sat down, and then she got up and went to the bar. And she got herself a drink, a $30 bucket. It's like this little bucket.
Bucket of drink?
Yeah, it's like some rum drink that she got. I just got an LIT. Anyway, so we're standing in line. She's standing in line. She comes back and she hands me, they have He-Man Power Sword drink stirrers. So when I went and got my drink, I took a few. So I have
just take them?
Yeah, they were just there. And she was over there.
Did you bring one?
No. I also didn't bring you an HDMI.
I know.
Well, Daniel got me doing other things and I completely forgot.
So let's talk about Disclosure Day. What'd you think of it?
It was really well done. I enjoyed the movie and I understand why it ended the way that it ended. But it's like I watched an entire season and I got left a cliffhanger, but Spielberg isn't big on sequels. So,
well, here's my point of view on it. And if full disclosure for the listeners, I'm going to say the things that happen. So you might want to skip ahead if you haven't seen it, or if you don't care, then you can go ahead and listen. But we talked about this last time you were on here, that like the CGI gets worse.
Yes.
It's like,
why?
Is our expectation
too high?
Like, I need to go back and watch some older movies when CGI was just first coming out. But like all those animals that are in it, it doesn't look real at all.
No.
Why?
I don't know. I'm looking at this fox and I'm like, you're not a fox.
Yeah, you don't.
You're a computer.
Yeah. But here's my take on all of this. And this is we're getting out into like conspiracy theory land here, and just journey with me on it, because I know you're normally not really big into conspiracy.
When it comes to aliens, we're probably going to agree then.
So all that's been happening over the past couple of months with all the government releasing all these UFO files and all this stuff, there's conspiracies that people think that this Disclosure Day is to go along with it. Now, when you watch the movie, you watch it and it's like, oh, it's a movie. It's got all the things, but it's peppered in like, I think like the last 10 minutes of the movie was probably the best.
Absolutely.
When they're like like running all the shit on the news.
Yes.
And you're seeing it. So I'm a person that's researching UFOs and looking into all that stuff all the time. So when disclosure does happen, I'm going to be like, oh, wow, that's pretty fucked up. But I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so this movie is for the people that don't really watch this kind of stuff and they see this. And so it normalizes it for them. So when they do have real Disclosure Day, which I don't ever think it'll be like that, it's just going to be peppered in. And then all of a sudden they're going to be like, hey, by the way, I know you saw all the videos that we finally released, but here's an alien right here. But I think that the movie is meant for this time right now to normalize it to the normal viewer in a Spielberg movie that's like, I thought it was good. It was fine. It was like a movie. The acting I thought was fine in it. But
it was really well written.
Yeah, it was good. But it left me as a person that's like ready for disclosure to be full on. It's like it didn't do that. I thought I was under the impression it was going to be more, I don't know, different. But it normalizes it for the normal person.
What I will say is the the group of people chasing them
Yes.
are the worst agents on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
That guy was not, when he was running through the field and they were all going towards the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
and he's
like
just
20 feet in front of him.
he's just there.
He's just there up against a fence that's like a wooden slab.
I was gonna lean over to Nikki and be like, he's not like he's not doing very good.
I did. It's like back in the day, Metal Gear Solid, when you're looking at the, when we were like looking at your mini map and you can see like their field of vision.
Yeah.
And like, as long as you're not within their immediate field of vision, because they have no peripheral.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, these agents suck. It's like he's just there. It's like a barbed wire fence. It wasn't
even that.
It was like just enough to keep like a horse inside, and it's like you can see through it all. And I'm like, so in my mind, I'm like, well, maybe these bushes, but it's like there's just like a little bit of a bush here and there.
Yeah, it's all vines that are no leaf.
I'm like, come on, Spielberg, you probably could have done a little bit better
We
than
said
that.
we got in the truck and Caitlin goes, before we say anything, can we just talk about how bad those agents were at their job?
Yeah. I think the best part of the movie is like when they're in that warehouse and the agents are coming in and they're invisible.
Just running into shit.
Yeah. And they're like just being dragged around. And all that. I was like, that's pretty clever. Because nothing like surprises you anymore. You know, nothing's ever like good anymore.
Well, even Spielberg said that, you know, there's room for original stories, just you don't get them very often. And like everybody says, everything's been done. Well, mostly, yeah. I mean, everything's being remade. He's like, I don't like remakes.
I think Emily Blunt did a really good job.
She did.
That well, this leads us to the next thing we can talk about is, have you watched the new season of the Four Seasons?
I haven't seen the Four Seasons.
You haven't seen it? It had the first season had Steve Carell, Tina Fey.
I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. But
oh shit,
the guy, what's the guy's name with the glasses in Disclosure Day? Caleb or Hugo?
Oh yeah, that guy.
He's in the Four Seasons, so it looks. So he did. I mean, it's crazy to see him because in the Four Seasons, like he's a gay guy married to like an Italian guy, and they're like, you know, very dramatic and all that kind of stuff. And then you see him in that, and you're just like, damn, this is like a completely different character.
Is it like a comedy version of the White Lotus?
Yeah, it's not as raunchy as the White Lotus, but the Four Seasons is like the second season. It's a quick watch too, because episodes are only like 30 minutes long, but they do 2 episodes per season, and it's around this group of friends that, you know, go and they're on vacation together or doing whatever. I guess they live near each other, but it just does like the winter, and there's 2 episodes, and then, you know, and then it skips to the spring and all that kind of stuff. But it's pretty good. It won't take you long to watch. Steve Carell is in it in the first season.
I'm assuming he's the same as he is in everything.
Yeah, he's like the perfect, like his older Steve Carell is like a perfect actor.
You've never even watched The Office, so you can't be like younger Steve Carell.
I know. Well, I mean, I guess I just don't have any interest in watching that.
It's amazing. That and Parks and Rec. Whenever Daniel's wife mentioned Parks and Rec in your last podcast, I was like, you're mentioning shows that Tim won't watch, even though he should.
I know, but I'm just like, I don't know. I have like a strict, like, I don't know. I have a
anti-sitcom,
maybe, but not really. I mean, I'm all for a sitcom. I like shows. I like Netflix shows and stuff like that, where it's just like they can do whatever.
Continuing stories, and
they don't have to abide by like you can't say shit or any of this kind of stuff.
Well, I agree with that, but
I generally like stories better that don't have the limitations on them.
You should watch Parks and Rec and The Office. Of the two, for you, probably Parks and Rec, because Ron Swanson's like one of the best characters.
Well, I should watch Parks and Rec because I worked for Parks and Rec for years.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Well, I also won't watch Superstore because I worked in grocery stores forever.
Yeah, I've never watched that either. So anyway,
you're really missing out not watching.
I should watch it.
Community, Parks and Rec, those shows are great.
Maybe. I don't know. All right, so Disclosure Day was fine. I wouldn't say that it was great. It was fine. I think it served its purpose.
6 or maybe a 7. Oh God, maybe a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe we need to have a board.
I'll tell you what, though, we do need a board. That Dolby Atmos, that shit is loud. Mm-hmm. I mean, it'll knock your socks off.
I'm enjoying going back to the movies. Caitlin's very not much into going to the movies, and we took the bikes out yesterday. And you had mentioned, hey, you should go see Disclosure Day, and I'll go watch He-Man.
And I didn't do it.
And then we'll podcast about it. I'm like, okay, so we took the bikes out yesterday morning. We're eating lunch out in Murfreesboro, and I was like, hey, what if I just bought these tickets for 6:00 tonight to go see this movie that I know you don't want to see?
What did she think of that?
And she was like, I just really need to clean the house. And I said, Caitlin, last weekend, you just said you didn't want to go see He-Man with us because you're going to stay at home and clean the house.
Does she just not like movies?
She doesn't like going to the theater. She likes movies. She just doesn't like going to the theater.
Look, I love going to the theater.
It's just too damn expensive.
It is expensive, but it's fine when it's just the two of you. Like when the kids were younger, we didn't go a lot.
That's the worst.
Because we couldn't afford it. But something happened. I don't want to even blame COVID for it, but COVID was a big part of I think they're coming back now. The
Do you think so?
A little bit more than it was during COVID. But there's just been really bad movies that nobody wants to go see.
That's true.
The only thing that's kept movie theaters alive are the Spider-Mans, the Marvels, and all that stuff.
Well, understandably so.
But I want to go to a movie and see a good film that you don't have to have all the action and all that crap in it.
I'm just waiting for The Odyssey, and I will go see it in IMAX, and I don't typically go to IMAX. But it was filmed to be seen in IMAX.
But yes, it was. It has been. And it'll be good.
We got to bring Matt Damon home again.
It'll be good. Poor Matt Damon. He's always out somewhere. In Interstellar, he was out there. And
Martian.
He was
Saving Private Ryan.
Matt Damon's they're like, all right, some directors or writers all right, we got this movie and this person is, lost and far away.
Well, let's get Matt Damon on the phone.
Matt Damon immediately. Who are you thinking for this role? Matt Damon.
Russell Crowe. No, how about Matt Damon?
Yeah. But the Odyssey will be good. But even seeing the previews and stuff, it looks like there's going to be a few good movies this summer.
I've got a list. I mean, you're not into the Marvel stuff because you're gay, but
well, I mean, I saw Grogu and the Mandalorian Grogu.
I saw that.
I thought that was good. And then Disclosure Day. I'm only saying this because it's this summer's movies. They usually release the big ones during the summer, right?
Yeah. July is a big time for Marvel.
Is there any Marvel movies coming out? I know Spider-Man's coming out. That's not Marvel.
Spider-Man, Avengers, Doomsday is in December.
Well, that's not summer.
I know, but this still this year.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
When's that come out?
Next month, I think. And I know that you didn't like Superman.
Yeah, I thought it was bad.
Caitlin and I don't agree with you. It wasn't memorable, but it wasn't bad. But Supergirl looks good.
Here, hold on a second. I don't know what's going on. All right, I guess it's working.
Let's try this.
No, Supergirl. I mean, she came in Superman for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and I guess she's supposed to be
I know, but have you watched the previews for it?
Yeah, I watched the preview for it. Looks fine.
All right. Have you watched Project Hail Mary yet?
No, I need to watch that.
You should. I just brought up 2026 movies. I'm going to probably watch Mortal Kombat 2 tonight.
It's on video now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it bomb in the...
Everything bombs in the theater.
Yeah, unless it's a Marvel movie.
Yes.
I mean, hell, everybody's bitching about The Mandalorian. Then what the problem is with it is it's the damn Star Wars fans that bitch about it. Star Wars fans are the worst fans ever.
We talked about this. I think the only Star Wars movie that I didn't actually like was The Rise of Skywalker.
I thought that was fun.
And I felt like, what was the one before it? What was 8?
Not Revenge of the Sith. The Last Jedi.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi just doesn't fit in there.
You know what? The Last Jedi, I'll never forget it.
Goes.
That preview was the best preview of all time of any movie that I've ever seen. It was the best preview. And then, of course, the movie didn't play out like, everybody complains about it.
I'm trying to find like a list, just like a good list. Oh, here, coming soon to theaters. We got the new Toy Story.
Yeah.
But you won't even watch.
I'll watch Toy Story. I like Toy Story.
The Death of Robin Hood is interesting to me because it's Hugh Jackman.
Never heard of that.
He plays old man Robin Hood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It actually looks pretty good.
Does that come out this year?
Yep. It comes out this month.
Did you see the preview finally for Street Fighter yet?
I've seen the preview for Street Fighter several times.
And then I saw the other preview for Spider-Man. That one's coming out. When's that?
Supergirl is June 26th.
It's like next week or something.
Yeah. I don't care about Minions. I don't care about a live action Moana. I've never seen the cartoon of Moana.
I got up during that preview to go get some more drink yesterday.
Odyssey is July 17th, so I'll be seeing that on July 17th. That's 3 hours.
Yeah. I can't drink when I go to the movies because I'll have to pee and I don't want to get up.
I don't get up, and I struggle with staying awake. I didn't fall asleep during Mandalorian Grogu because we went to an early show.
Yeah.
I didn't fall asleep during He-Man because the seat kept moving. But shockingly, I didn't fall asleep last night. Brand New Day is the 31st. Spider-Man.
July or June?
July. You don't care about Super Troopers. Have you seen this Green Day movie that's coming out called Nimrods?
Mm-mm.
Watch the preview for that. It's not about Green Day. It's about another band that's trying to open for Green Day.
Speaking of Spider-Man, how far are you in Spider Noir?
I think 3 episodes in.
Yeah, I'm about 3 in too.
It's such a good show.
Nicolas Cage is awesome.
He is.
It's funny to think about him being Spider-Man considering all the Superman drama. You remember when he was supposed to be Superman?
Yeah.
And they even had they film something with him as Superman?
Yeah, and I think in the Flash movie, I think he may have made a cameo. Speaking of cameos, since you're not going to watch He-Man, Dolph Lundgren has a cameo in He-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They remade the movie Cliffhanger.
Why do this?
I don't know. I'll watch it.
You hear about them they're always talking about redoing Back to the Future.
They shouldn't.
I know they shouldn't.
I'll go see it, but they shouldn't.
I know. But have you seen where they put up like Tom Holland as Marty?
That's a good fit.
It is a good fit.
Damn it, that's a good fit.
Only the thing is though, is if they remake it, it won't be a DeLorean anymore. It has to be a DeLorean. They're going to remake
It'll be a fucking Cybertruck because it has to be stainless steel.
They'll remake it for sure. But like Tom Holland, I'm like, okay, I can get behind that because he does look like a little Marty McFly.
That's a good fit.
There's pictures of it online where he like puts it up against Michael J. Fox, puts a picture up against him.
I don't know how I feel about The Social Reckoning because as far as those movies go, The Social Network was a really good movie.
I never watched that.
All those movies, like in that little thing where like Trent Reznor does all the soundtracks for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like those are good. Those always end up being good movies. So I'm curious about The Social Reckoning. I don't know. It definitely won't be something I see in the theater. Street Fighter's in October, which that's like the inner nerd in me because it looks like they did it right.
Street Fighter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
Then they have this Clayface movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I don't know how I feel about that. Usually whenever there's like a superhero movie that's based on the villain, it's not very good.
Yeah, I know. When are they have they started filming the new Batman?
Yes.
That'll be out, 3 years from now or something?
I think it's supposed to come out next year.
It takes them forever to do anything. We need another season of The Penguin. Did you ever watch that?
I have started it.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I used to never be able to stop thinking until I finished something. That's pretty much it for this year. I went into apparently their new Jumanji movie.
There'll be something else that comes out.
Yeah, I'm into 27 now, so there's no point. So there's several. Odyssey's probably going to be the best one.
Yeah, it will be, but Christopher Nolan movies, it'll be like mess you up in the head and all that.
Well, it's kind of has. It's not like everything else that his brother writes. It's based on a book.
Yeah, but the way that he'll film it is it'll be like backwards and forwards and all over the place.
Yeah.
So it'll mess.
I'm still not a big Robert Pattinson fan, so I
I didn't really know anything about him until I saw him in the Batman, and I thought he did good in that.
I don't like him as Bruce Wayne.
I mean, he's kind of like a sissy Bruce Wayne.
I know.
And the thing is what's his name was the best?
Affleck?
No, not fucking Affleck.
No, you're talking Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne was the best. Just kind of like, I feel like he nailed who Bruce Wayne really is.
Robert Pattinson's like emo Batman.
Yeah, he's an emo Batman. But the funny thing is like he was kind of badass as Batman, but like his Bruce Wayne was like way too far over on the sissy side.
Colin Farrell just said that the Penguin only has like 2 scenes in the new Batman movie.
I saw that same news report, which is fine because I bet they'll have another season of the Penguin that you haven't watched.
If you look at my HBO, I've watched all of them, but I slept through the last 3 episodes. I fell asleep and then they just kept playing. So that means they don't show up on my continue watching list, so I forget about them. That's what happens.
Yeah. What about Widow's Bay? What do you think about that?
I haven't finished it yet.
Well, I mean, they're not in the last.
Is it not over yet?
No, I'm following that one in real time too. I think a couple more episodes before it's finally over. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I don't really know what's going on.
I mean, look, the scene where the party scene.
Oh yeah.
That was
that episode.
That was good. So I've watched 1 episode of Maximum Pleasure, guaranteed.
I've started watching that yesterday. It's pretty good.
I'm on the 5th episode of Widow's Bay, and I'm on the 7th episode of Your Friends and Neighbors.
You haven't watched, so you're not done with that season yet.
No.
I watched the last episode of actually that's over now, I think.
Yeah, I've watched 1 episode of For All Mankind.
Never watched that show.
I thought you watched all these.
I've never
Apple
watched.
TV
It's
shows.
like one of the only ones I haven't watched.
I'm on the 2nd episode of Invasion.
I've watched all that. It's good in the first season, and then it just starts trailing off. You're just like, what we got going on here, guys?
And I've only watched 2 episodes of Pluribus.
Pluribus is a fantastic show. You need to watch that.
The problem comes like I started that with Caitlin, so I have to be ready for Caitlin to watch it.
Pluribus, like I'm started the Burrows here, and the first episode reminds me of Pluribus a little bit.
I never finished the first season of The Studio.
Yeah, that show was fine. Not the greatest.
Only watched 1 episode of Dope Thief.
That was a good show.
I couldn't get into it. And I've watched 6 episodes of Silo.
Silo's great. That's a new season's coming out in July.
I know. And then I see all these. Oh, I got to go back and watch them. And then I get distracted by, I'm rewatching How I Met Your Mother right now. I don't know why. It's just I need something that's just brain rot that I can have playing in the background while I scroll.
And that's what I use for Friends. Like if there's nothing on the TV, I'll turn Friends on because me and Nikki know every single word to every episode.
Friends, New Girl, those are all background.
Yeah. That guy from New Girl and Spider Noir.
Yeah. Winston.
Yeah. You watch it in black and white or color?
So I started in color. I watched the first episode in color, the second episode in black and white, and the 3rd episode in color.
I switch back and forth, but like I leave it in color. I like colored because even the color in that looks really
well. It's fitting.
Yeah, it's like time.
Yeah, like sepia toned.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what the color is called, but yeah, whatever you said, sepia tone or sepia or whatever.
I don't know. I say a word that sounds good in my head.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you still haven't watched 1883
Never
or
watched
1923 or whatever.
No.
You should watch those. They're just quick watches and they're brilliantly written.
I don't know if I have time to watch those. Nikki had to go to Clark.
Sure.
She had to go to Clarksville today, so like I'll be sitting here all day, probably watching the Burrows, because unlike you, I'm going to finish it.
I'm going to finish all these shows.
Yeah, but now you'll be so lost.
I have to go back and start over
and rewatch the whole damn thing.
Yep, that's what I had to do with Ted Lasso back in the day. We got new Ted Lasso coming.
That's true. You know what? I finished, since the last time I talked about this stuff on the podcast, I finished House of Cards. Now, I watched it all except the last season before. But I went and I've rewatched it because it's been about 10 years, 5 years, and it's in, what is it, 2014 when it came out.
Oh, so that long ago?
And so the last season, it was so bad. It was so bad.
It's like you have to trudge through it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like we talked about this too, like when you're plowing through these things, you're tired of watching it, but you're committed. And it's like, I was tired of watching House of Cards. Now, if I was watching it, like I watched the first season and then, you know, you have a year break until the second season comes out. And then you're, oh yeah, and you're back.
Yeah, we binge all this shit. And by the time you get to it, like when you did, what was it? What was the tattooed girl show?
Oh yeah. I don't remember. It was dumb.
Well, it was like Homeland for me. I can't finish Homeland because I tried to watch it all at once. So I'm like on the third season or fourth season.
But I watched it, and it's like it truly was bad because Kevin Spacey wasn't in it anymore. And I was like, well, it can probably still work because, you know, they got a pretty strong cast with Robin Wright and, you know, the guy that played Doug on there and all that. And it's like, it was so bad. Like, you know how Kevin Spacey would always turn to the camera and talk, and it was fantastic. And you felt like you wish that he'd do it a little bit more. But like he did it just enough to keep you wanting more.
Yeah.
In the last season, Claire's talking to the camera now, but she's doing it like through the whole damn episode. I'm like, get back to what you're doing. Quit talking to me. but it was bad.
Don't talk to me, Claire.
I mean, they ended it kind of like on a, like maybe there will be another season or maybe there won't. Back then, there won't be any more of it now. But Kevin Spacey, man, he was awesome. That's another one. Why are you out there? What was it?
Diddlem.
Was he? It wasn't with kids though. He was just. Not that it makes it any better. Like I thought that maybe he was just like going after young men.
I don't remember. Wasn't he exonerated?
I think so. I think this just pulled him out of the closet to say that he was gay, which is fine. Whatever. I don't care about that.
You.
But he got caught up in that Me Too movement.
You do you, but consensual.
Yes, you do you, but make sure everybody's okay with it. It's like, do whatever you need to do. But anyway, so I finished watching that, and it sucked.
That's nothing worse. It's like, not every show is going to end like 6 Feet Under.
6 Feet Under wrapped it up better than any other show has ever wrapped it up.
It did a better job of ending than Disclosure Day.
Yeah. Yeah, what about that last bit in Disclosure Day? Like, come on, man.
Listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
I just hear Navi go, listen.
I'm like, listen. I'm listening. Let's hear it.
Well, she said, listen. I looked at Caitlin, they're going to do it. And the screen went black. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Did you stay and see if there's any?
There's not. I've gotten to the point now to where I Google it.
Oh, that's a good call. I should have done that. I didn't wait. I was like, they ain't going to.
Because Oliver was ready to go at Masters of the Universe. And
Is there an end one?
There's 3.
Really?
Yeah. But most of the time, like, I'll stick around, you know, when it's doing. What am I hearing?
Go ahead.
Did I hear your watch?
Yeah.
Okay. No, so like I'll stick around for before the credits roll. So it goes through like the main cast and the director, and there's always a post-credit scene between that and when the credits actually roll.
Yeah.
And then I'll Google it, and it's like, oh, there's 2 more. There's one in the middle and one at the end. I'm like, no, I'll just Google it and watch them when I get home. Because Oliver's like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Can you watch them at home?
Sometimes.
They put them on there?
I mean, sometimes somebody will sit there and record it.
I mean, it's crazy, man. I remember back in the day when we were young, it's like you go see a movie in the movie theater and then you had to wait 6 months for that shit came out on video.
Yeah.
Now it's like on video tomorrow.
Yes. Like I already watched Project Hail Mary at home.
I know. But I guess it's smarter because you're like, make a bunch of money, in the theater.
Once it's been in the theater for a few weeks, nobody's going to go see it.
I mean, I guess you're not having to like make copies of it. Like back then you had to make like cassette tapes of it. Now it's just like, here, just upload it on the internet.
Well, YouTube has ruined previews. Previews used to be my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
I love seeing what's coming. I remember going to Thorogood and Cool Springs, and they had the Fellowship of the Ring, like big cutouts and stuff while we're waiting in line to go see a movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is that? Because I didn't have any like, until that pops up or a preview pops up, you don't know that a movie's coming because there's no internet to check this shit.
Yeah.
And then I get in there and I remember the first preview I saw for Fellowship of the Ring. I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing. You don't get that anymore.
Yeah, because you're just watching it on your phone.
Like I've already seen all the previews and I went and got my drink yesterday during the preview and I came back and I was like, what previews did I miss? And Caitlin's like, Minions. I was like, I don't give a shit about Minions. I was like, did I miss Spider-Man? She's like, what does it matter? You've already watched it. I'm like, no, you got a point.
I mean, they try to do it to where they only put certain things in the movie theater, like certain previews, but then
it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube immediately.
There's just no surprise.
Yeah.
I used to love getting the Sunday paper so I could get like the Best Buy ad to see what albums are coming out that following Friday or that following Tuesday at the time. It used to be Tuesday for movie releases and things like that.
Did you get my text about, speaking of music, about the new Sublime?
I listened to it. Yeah.
It sounds just like Brad.
It does. So I've listened to 2 albums in the last 48 hours.
I bet it's Sublime and Olivia Rodrigo.
It is Sublime and Olivia Rodrigo. But then I was on my way here today and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and listen to an old Oasis album.
That's pretty good album.
It was fucking good.
What's a Story? Morning Glory is a fantastic album.
So it's Definitely Maybe.
Definitely Maybe. That one might even be better than What's a Story? Morning Glory. You remember back in the day, like listening to all that stuff on CDs, and I remember I had a CD changer in my trunk.
I still have all my CDs.
You got to get rid of that shit.
They're up in the attic, and I have two 200 disc sleeves they're full.
Yeah. But see, it felt better back then because you actually had it, as opposed to, I almost don't like that you can just get on there and search for anything you want.
This is true, except for Garth Brooks.
Yeah, you can't get Garth Brooks. You used to couldn't get Tool until they released that.
I prefer, like, it was hard for me to switch over in video games to where I no longer buy a physical copy.
How much money do they get on, how much does the artist get on the streaming stuff?
I feel like this is a question for like Jeremy. I don't think know.
I think that they don't want to do it because they get screwed on it. And think about like back in the 90s and stuff, like, you know, they were getting a cut of whatever was sold, but now nothing's sold.
Like they talk about how Eminem sold, you know, literally sold so many Eminem and Marshall Mathers LPs. Like he's went diamond and he's gone diamond on his new stuff, but did he actually make any money off of it? Because it's all digital.
I don't know that they make any money other than like merchandise and Ticketmaster screws you on tickets to concerts. I mean, hell, I had to take out a loan damn near to go see Chris Stapleton a few weeks ago. I mean, it's so expensive.
I guess Eric listened to our last podcast when you talked about Chris Stapleton because he messaged me last weekend and asked if he could park at my house because he was going to CMA Fest.
Oh, yeah. Did he do that?
Yeah, I got home and there was 2 cars like on the road in front of my house. I guess him and a friend met there.
What do they do? Uber out there?
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing to do.
It was when we were at He-Man. He dropped off his cars, and then when I woke up the next day, they were gone. So
I don't know. I'll continue watching shows and being lazy when I should be doing.
You need to watch He-Man
things around that. I don't want to. I really don't even really want to watch it because I can't. If the guy had like his bangs,
it's the hair.
If it had like the 80s bangs, I would be all for it.
So like,
did Jared Leto do good as Skeletor?
You can't even tell it's him.
Yeah. Well, it's the same with
like the voice doesn't match.
Yeah. Well, it's the same with what's his name in playing the Hut.
Yeah.
It's like you couldn't even tell.
You know, I remember when the first X-Men movie came out, X-Men X2, and I was so disappointed that like the costumes weren't right. They weren't the same as the comic books, and that's not your thing, and I get it. And then He-Man comes out and it's all cartoon, like proper. All the costumes, everything is proper.
But his hair wasn't.
Except for his, you're stuck on his hair.
I mean, it has to be the worst. It's got to have
Don't worry, he's dorky enough.
The bowl cut. He-Man wasn't dorky.
I know he looks dorky enough.
Oh, I guess. But I mean, you got to have that bowl cut to be He-Man. That would have been awesome if they at least put it in there somewhere.
You got to watch it.
I'll watch it when it comes out on video.
So next week?
Yeah, it'll probably be out soon. I don't know. I wish there was some more stuff coming out, but I guess there's not.
Say what?
Say what?
You gonna come shoot some guns with Daniel and me?
No, I'm not doing that. I got to watch the Burrows.
You're not doing anything else. It'll take an hour of your life.
I'm committed to watching the Burrows.
You can commit to an hour of coming with us.
I'll consider it. And no, I'm going to stay home and watch the Burrows.
I'm gonna call Nikki and tell her to make you go.
She'll be like, does he want to go? And you'll say no. And she'll be like, well, he ain't going then. All right. Goodbye.